Drifting to places I should leave, so close to the edge of something so perfect. We were too scared to take the leap. I'm missing the way we used to be. Let me go. Let me in this mess I'm falling. Never know. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer.
Right, good evening ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 8th season of OKC, or known as Online Karting Championship. I'm Sean Lopeshaw, I'm joined by Ethan Ling. This is going to be the first round at Adria Karting Raceway in Italy, if I'm not mistaken. Before we go into chatting with Ethan, just a quick couple things. OKC would like to welcome their first sponsor or official sponsor for this season. The company is called VPG Sim Lab. It's a small Italian company that manufacture sim rig optionals and accessories. They will be sponsoring trophies for first, second, third, fourth and fifth for the championship and the top amateur, and then also with some great value, 30% off for the champion on a karting replica steering wheel, 20% off for second and third, and then our top amateur will get another 20% off. So we are ready to go into the qualifying. Before we head over to the actual session, let me just give you guys a quick heads up on how tonight's gonna go. Qualifying is split into two sessions. We'll be only on the one server, so we won't be able to see what's happening on the other server. I'm fairly certain Alessandro will give us a nice little heads up on what's happening on the other side. Yeah, so two servers, 20 minutes. They will run at the same time. We are currently on Group A. It will be for 20 minutes, and then we will go into a pre-final A, pre-final B, 12 laps, around 10-12 minutes, a B final 10 laps, and then an A final 18 laps, and then we'll have just a couple of interviews at the end of the night. Yeah, that's it. I think that's about what tonight will look like. So let me go over into the chatting part with Ethan. Ethan, how are you doing, my man?
I'm very good. How are you?
Yeah, I can't complain. Just for you guys that are currently spectating, Ethan is so committed to the commentating or co-commentating that he's actually in the van driving around chatting to me. So he's if he cuts out every so often, that's because first world problems and the Wi-Fi isn't great wherever he's currently at, or the phone signal. So yeah, Ethan, are you excited for tonight? I must admit, I think we've got 34 entries, so this is going to be an action-packed evening.
Yeah, I mean, 34 entries on KRP is absolutely amazing. I don't even remember having a grid of 34 people in it. The biggest grid I've been on KRP, I think, was about 15. So, yeah, that's a pretty small grid, but I think it's going to be good racing as long as everyone keeps it clean and there's no ping pong basically going on.
Yeah, I believe it would be fairly clean. You see, I'm following Alessandro at the moment. I don't have his skin because I think it's because I don't have their body packs. This is a paid mod that some of these guys are racing with, which I don't have, unfortunately. But I think I will ask the guys to just, if they could potentially send it to us so we can have the streams look decent. Otherwise, it's going to be a bunch of white carts driving on the track, which will not look that great. Because I know the guys from FBR, they have the sickest skins on their carts. Their carts look really decent. But yeah, we are now currently 4 minutes left, or 3 minutes 50 seconds in the qualifying. Let's go over to the actual track now. There we go. Yeah, okay, so we're currently viewing or following Alessandro, who was second in the championship in season 7. I think he lost it out, let me just check here quickly, by 6 points. He lost out by 6 points because of the drop round. He was actually first. Aaron Heathman got well, he ended up first, but second with total points. But they have one drop round, and that put him in first, and Alessandro in second because of the drop round. Yeah, so Alessandro very fast. We've confirmed commentator's curse is a thing. Last season with this man, he was dominating I think the last 2 races. And then myself and I think it was Jack Wright at that time, we commentated curse this guy so badly. It went from first to last in a space of 2 laps, just errors. So hopefully we don't do that today.
Probably best not to put the commentator's curse on it, because he'll probably end up cursing at us.
Yeah, probably.
Just cursing at him.
Yeah, so
looks like he's on the Birrell chassis, if I'm not wrong.
I can confirm that on the site. Just give me a second. He is on, yeah, Birrell. They are running the X30 mod, by the way. This is a sponsored mod by SKM SIM card modders, the X30 Championship guys. And then also the other partner worth mentioning is Against the Odds, which is my company. We do the video production, as you guys will see on the stream tonight. Yeah, quite stoked to follow these guys all the way through the season. Hopefully we keep the numbers up and we have full tracks throughout the whole race or the whole season. Because last season we started with a lot of people, I remember, and then I think there were like 8 people in the final race. So hopefully we can keep the consistency up, maybe get the numbers even higher.
Yeah, the numbers are pretty high this year, aren't they? Yeah.
I think thanks to COVID, everybody got quite bored at home. Although most guys are back on track, I think they might have just the bug bit a little bit more in the sim racing than anything else, and now they're just sticking around for it.
Yeah, we're back racing in the UK pretty much back to normal, apart from the obvious social distancing.
Yeah, it's the same story in South Africa.
Masks, etc. But yeah. I mean, I think obviously a lot of the drivers have got so used to using simulators now that they've developed a sort of love for simulator racing. Yes, it's online racing, and yeah, there's no risks involved either. Really, if you crash, then you might have lost the race, but at least you haven't lost your your bones in your body.
Yeah,
broken your bones in your body.
So let's see if we can follow guys around for a lap. So strangely enough, the sound doesn't come through when we follow the helmet cam. It fades a bit and it comes back, which is quite strange. But anyways, this is a nice view to see how the guys are handling the carts around the track. We are currently following, I think it's Bryce Stevens. Most likely going to get his last lap for the qualifying. I think how it works is Group A and B, they qualify, they put everybody together, and the top guys I think the top guys will go through. Let me just check my sheet before I tell people stuff and then I'm talking a bunch of crap. Okay, so the top 8 from pre-final qualify straight to the final, while others go to the B final. Top 3 finishers from B final start in the last 3 spots in the final. Okay, so I think qualifying and then a pre-final is the same groups, just the orders that are starting. That would make sense. So qualifying Group A will be pre-final A, and then Group B will be pre-final B, and then the top 8 of each of those will go through to the final. That would make sense. See, look, I have to look at the notes to just make sure I don't talk a bunch of crap and then I lie to people on stream. So
that wouldn't be a very good image.
Yeah, so we've got that sorted. At least we've got the air cleared up. So it does seem like Alessandro qualified in first with Bryce Stevens.
It looked like he was sandbagging a bit in practice.
Yeah,
third in practice,
definitely.
I believe.
Let's just pop this up quickly so I can get the score sheet. That would be better for us to know. There we go. So, Bryce Stevens popped up a quick lap right at the end.
0.064 second off Alessandro. That's nothing. We can get another lap together.
But Bryce Stevens is a very good sim kart. He's also always been up there. in the top 3-4 of the races. So
Yeah, I believe I've raced against him in the online racing league.
yeah.
He's a fair but firm driver, I'd say.
So I just want to confirm, because some of these guys, they only have random names. Or so Julio, I just want to get his real name there, the full name. And it's okay, Julio. I think it's Scrinzi. Is Italian. So if I butcher your surname, I do apologize. I haven't spoken to most of the guys in on Discord or anything, so I know some of them. Some of the names or surnames I don't know, so I'll try and get everything kinda okay. So yeah, so we have first in Alessandro, Bryce Stevens second, Julio third, Bradbury, that's his surname if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it's Ted Bradbury. He's got fourth place secured there for the qualifying. He's actually he was on the server the whole practice. I think it was like an hour beforehand, before they did the actual official practice, and this guy was putting in lap after lap. So it shows on the timing sheet. So that's great. Who's the next?
There's quite a big. I just noticed there's quite a big gap from third is it, or fourth to first, so 3/10 gap. It's not huge, but it's still a hefty gap, especially if it's during a race. If you're 3/10 constantly slower than the leader, you're going to be left behind quite badly during the race.
Yep. So
this track looks like a track that you need the tow as well, especially during the race.
I just quickly want to read the chat just in case somebody gets a penalty or a lap deleted or anything. Doesn't seem like it. Now we went into practice mode. I just want to quickly... Okay, just for everybody's own reference, how the start of the race will work is they will start on the official standing start procedure of the in-game mechanics, but they won't. When the lights go out, they will do one formation lap and do a rolling start. So where everybody's qualifying, if they're not necessarily starting on the exact same spot, they'll just swap around in the formation lap where they should be, and then they'll start crossing the line in a rolling start. That's how I understand how it's going to be. So they're going to use the in-game starting mechanic just so the game hands out penalties and all that for cutting the track and stuff like that. It's the best way to do it. They used to do it on the practice mode, just continue racing on the practice mode, but it becomes a nightmare. Guys will dive into the pits and just quickly come back out and just fall back into the pack, and yeah, it wasn't really an effective way of doing it.
No, not at all.
So we will just wait on everybody to go back into the starting procedure, I guess. Now it's just a couple minutes waiting, and then we can hopefully start racing.
Be good to get racing.
Yeah, I'm so keen.
It's all well and good doing qualifying, but at the end of the day, the racing is what we're here to see.
Yeah, this is true. Just gonna quickly check on the Discord what they are saying. There'll be a million stuff being posted. Yes, I'm gonna try and quickly sift through it. So yeah, these guys, I'm assuming, just getting a couple extra laps with practice. It's disconnected for most. What? You guys are complaining about the server disconnection. That's probably server number 2. Sorry, trying to follow everybody around this 34 entry Discord. While we wait for them, I guess we just quickly sort out my naming sheets for this server. Okay, so these guys are disconnected. They're just not in the track. And we have somebody driving off to the wall. Any case, judging by the qualifying, Ethan, what do you think's gonna happen? What do you see this pre-final giving us?
I mean, I'm expecting a lot of carnage into the first corner. Don't get me wrong. but I mean, who was on pole position? I didn't manage to
Alessandro,
quite catch it.
you're one of your base mates.
Yeah. I predict he's gonna get off the line well, and pretty much lights the flag victory.
Yeah,
Oh no! I've just put the
I was about to say, you just cursed this man. I would expect Alessandro to be very good and consistent in front, or at least top 3, most likely. I think they will score points. Let me just check if they mentioned this in the notes. No, okay, they do mention only the final counts for points, which is probably the best way of doing it because of the double groups. Yeah, so only the final will count, so I guess they don't have to take any risk, they just have to be in the top 8.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, so the top 8 goes straight through to the pre-final, is it?
To the final.
To the final?
Yes. Brilliant. So they're racing a pre-final and then they're going to the final. So pre-final, A and B will have top 8 and then 3 more spots. So that would be a 19-place grid in the final. Jeez, that's going to be interesting.
That's going to be carnage, I'm sorry, but...
So what they call the B final is going to be a last chance qualifier for the top, where the top 3 guys will go through to the final. Luckily, the first corner is a quick right-hander followed by another, seems to be fairly quick right-hander, where they'll lose some momentum at the exit of the corner. So that's probably where we're going to see something happen. It does seem to be a fairly quick track, though.
Just to be fair, I mean, it looks very word I'm looking for. Oh, it's coming down the straight. Or sort of stopped on the straight at least. Yeah, it looks very like a power track to me. So sort of, if you lose the toe during the race, then you're sort of at risk from people behind catching you.
Yeah.
And then getting back into your toe, and then basically losing positions. You've got to have pace here, by the looks of it.
So one thing I think the guys behind Alessandro will have to focus on is maybe just tuck in behind each other and make sure that he doesn't check out, because when Alessandro is in front and he's on his own, he's going to be gone. I don't think anybody's going to catch him. He's very consistent most of the times. to try and touch wood, yeah.
Most of the times, yeah, I'd say.
I've seen him drive. I've been around the track with him. I've been on a track with him. Is fairly consistent. So what the people behind him for the start, if they don't jump him, they will have to focus on not fighting each other and just sticking behind him, and then maybe go I mean, I wonder how the placing will be for the final. That's the next thing, because it doesn't say, it actually doesn't say how the placing will be. So I'm assuming as you qualify, I'm assuming it's gonna be probably base it off your overall race time.
I assume so, yeah. As Sean is going through the order, I'm having to move again to flipping parking fines in stupid Wales. So we're currently moving to a different location, but I am not leaving yet.
Yeah, please don't let me comment on my own. Let me just ping Alessandro a message and ask what's happening, yeah, because we're just watching people practice now.
Yeah, it does look like that, doesn't it? Unless it's a warm-up before the... That's another thing I want to ask. You can restrict the amount of tyres a driver uses in KRP. Are they doing that?
Yeah, I'd assume they are. Yeah, that's the thing, but if they reset the server, which they did after qualifying, then that would just reset the... Although it does seem like the rubber is being laid down on the track, doesn't it? Yeah, this track, these guys they might just be rubbering in the track. That's why they're doing laps.
Yeah, it looks like they're just rubbing. Oh God, get my words right. It looks like they're trying to rubber the track in a bit.
Yeah.
By the looks of it, anyway. I could be wrong, but
you're probably not. So we've been streaming for 23 minutes and nothing's happening. We're still waiting on the guys to Oh, there we go. Here's some pre-final A. What is happening here? Okay, so I just got some names popping up here for pre-final A. Okay. They're sorting out the grids. That's why there's such a delay. These guys are having a go at the grids here.
Are they trying to sort out the grids then, are they?
Yes.
That might explain whatever they're doing. It looks like they're racing to me, but, well...
Yeah, I'm looking at the Discord here, just checking the messages so I can know what's happening. So, pre-final A, in first place would be Justin Adakonis. Is that how I pronounce his surname?
Sounds about right.
Oscar P. Who's Oscar P? I just want to get his surname here.
Oscar Peterson, is it? Is it Oscar Peterson? Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. That's correct. Yeah, just checking out on the notes. Bryce Stevens. That's the worst spelling I've seen of Stevens in my life. Well done, Corey. Ethan Lampy, Leon Rullet, Weston Workman, Alexander Spitz, Daniel. There's two Daniels here, so I just want to check the right surname here on the list. You might want to just mute yourself, Ethan. Got your entire background noise coming through there.
Yeah, I'll mute myself until I get to
that's cool.
location.
No worries. Yeah, I don't want to pronounce that surname from the one Daniel. The other Daniel is Daniel Mulum. And that would be Carmine in that list. Bill Wright and Luke. Let me just check Luke here. That's Luke Welcome. That is the pre-final A grid. They're currently working on the pre-final B, which I'm just waiting for to pop up, guys, and then we will most likely start going into racing. Sorry guys for the delay. It's first round for us tonight, waiting for the guys to sort out the grids, waiting for everybody to join the server, and then we can probably get going. So yeah, it's just a waiting game at the moment. Hopefully get there soon. How's it, Aaron? How did your qualifying go on the other server, dude? Let me know. Hey, Aaron. Oh, something's happening here. Dark screen. There we go. Everybody's on the server. Oh, we're gonna get into racing. Pre-final start. So let me just double check the grid here before we get into it. So Daniels. Tyra. Daniel M. See if I get this complete list right. Okay, so we have let's just restart everything again. Yeah, that did. Okay, so we are starting procedure for the pre-final A. Oh, Aaron, you said you've got third place? Third quick. I poo the bed. Yeah. Yeah, I can expect that from you, dude. You kind of do that. Ethan, we are in the starting procedure. If you want to unmute your mic, join us.
I am driving extremely slowly to try and make my sound a bit better. But this, oh my god, this looks like it's going to be an absolutely amazing race. I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
But
Just want to check who's
might be one again.
who's where on the grid, because yes, who's number 0? Okay. So I'll try and stick with the names, because some of the guys have not the correct numbers on you. I think it seems like it. So number 55 is in first at the moment. So am I right? That's what I'm seeing. Yeah. That would be Alex. We're still a couple corners away from actually starting, so. There's an Alexander Spence. He's in second. And Daniel Millerman first. Or is it the other way around? Seems like it's the other way. Jeez, look, that's eating up your tires there. Alright, guys, we're going to line it up now into the final corner, exit of the final corner to start this race. Let's see if we can get a clean one going. I highly doubt it. There's already one guy bump, and my game crashes. That's fantastic.
Oh, it hasn't crashed again, is it?
My game just crashed at the start. Shit. Sorry, guys. That's probably the worst possible timing to get a game crash, so let me just get this back online.
Car crash or game crash,
Like,
yeah.
KRP just got the Rona, it seems like it. I hope it doesn't cause a lag spike when I join back in. I can't join back in.
Well, that's not bloody good, is it? I'm very sorry for the viewers watching, but this is just usual KRP stuff. The game just randomly crashes whenever it feels to do so, basically. That's what I read when I used to play it anyway. It was just used to crash.
Yeah, this is the first time.
It did crash once with that other the other league we commentated on, but that was only once. I think it's crashed a couple of times.
But what did the game? No, but wasn't it just the stream that crashed at that time?
That was just a stream, wasn't it?
Yeah. The game was still working. Oh man, this is gonna be crap. If this is gonna be how the night's gonna work, we're gonna start the race, game crashes, and then we can't get back onto a server. That's very problematic, unfortunately.
Don't even tell you. Huh? She knows her.
Actually, I have to blame Aaron for this. It's because he's watching the stream and now the game crashes.
Oh, bloody hell. This isn't good.
Sorry guys, apologies. This is something that we can't really control.
Yeah.
I want to blame my PC, but I highly doubt it is.
I want to blame my shitty Welsh signal, but I don't think I'm going to blame that because my Welsh Wi-Fi is fantastic coming out of my potato router, which I don't have on me because I'm not in the house. I'm currently driving to a location in my dodgy van.
Let's see if it goes in, back in.
Shut up. Yeah. My friend has a top speed gaming Wi-Fi at her house, but that's because she's Welsh apparently. We have fantastic Wi-Fi in Wales. I don't mean to brag, but yeah. Our Wi-Fi is the best.
It's the dragons.
Because of the dragons, yeah. We have a dragon on our flag. Who could beat that?
Definitely not our South African flag. Definitely not. Okay, so
English just have a boring Welsh. The English just have a boring bloody cross on their flag, a white and a red cross. I think. I'm not.
Yeah,
I didn't study geography.
if anybody is offended by Ethan's comments about the English flag, please take it up with him. This is not necessarily the views of Against the Odds Sports or OKC.
I'm sorry, guys. I did not mean. I did not mean.
See, this is the best part.
English,
Ethan has been going on about how great Wales and their Wi-Fi is, and then he starts lagging. So great, I'm back in the server. Fantastic news. And everybody's taking each other out. That's great. Okay, I'm back.
It's starting the racing. Yeah, I can't see them because I'm bloody driving. Unfortunately, I can hear Sean's reaction, so I can go off that.
Yeah, no, that's just
oh no, there's been a crash.
Starting this stuff again.
My bet's on 25.
Your bet, yeah, okay, 20. Sean, my friend's bet is still on 25 for crashing.
No, 25 crashes.
Oh, 25 crashes, sorry.
Okay guys, so as you can see we are currently in the pit lane playing Demolition Derby. Guys are trying to just sort out the bumpers and stuff of their carts.
Rubbish Welsh Wi-Fi.
I'd just like to give a shout out to Rowan and Aaron, who's the only two people actually having a nice chat in the stream. When I say nice, they are actually giving each other shit, so that's not really that nice, but that is what it is. Ethan is having a good old drive around with his friend in Wales, doing absolutely nothing but bragging about the proper internet that they do not have. I even muted himself now. See, I hurt his feelings. Okay, so let's see what we can get going here.
Have we started racing?
No sir, we have not.
Oh, blimmin' hell.
At the moment it's just the Demolition Derby. I'm gonna give you guys a nice little overview of the track while we wait. Ethan's saying that there's going to be carnage into the first couple corners. So let's have a look at what it will look like from a sky view. Oh, that's a bit further out. There we go. So we'll go into this first right-hander, which I don't see any problems will be happening there. I'm calling problems going to be at the second exit of the second corner. So very long right-hander. I think we're going to see some problems happening in the exit of that corner. Maybe into the third corner. Definitely the hairpin at the back there. But I'm calling the second corner. Exit of the entry midway through the second corner, I'm going to call there's going to be some problems. Maybe we should just go with the aerial view for the start of this race. See if we can get some details. A nice view and then go into the actual karts on track. Ethan, did we lose you?
I am nearly at my location.
Where are you going to now?
It's a good run.
So you started off in
I'm going
in some bay.
Yeah.
And then you moved on to a McDonald's. And then and then now you're moving somewhere else. Why didn't you just go straight back home?
I'm going to Landau Kart Club International Raceway.
Where?
Landau Kart Club International Raceway.
Okay.
It's not really called that, just the name I call it.
You're just making names up. Okay, great.
Yeah, it's an actual kart track though, it's Landau Kart Club. I'm outside a real karting track.
So while we wait for these guys to start with everything, let's move over to this nice little view we've got of our sponsors and partners. So I'm gonna just call it out again. Against the Odds doing video production, online karting championship, online kart championship is Alessandro's little baby, season 8. That's what we are currently at, round 1 today. SKM, the sim card modders, they do the mods and tracks for the leagues, and then SimLab, VPG. These guys they sponsor a nice little discount on some sim equipment, accessories, and then also trophies for the champions, first, second, and third of season 8. So yeah, thanks to everybody getting involved. Hopefully there's some more to come. And it seems like we are now starting with our formation. Is it saying warm-up lap? I think they're changing how they're gonna do the format here, or they just accidentally never removed it. So I'm gonna stick to the aerial view because I want to see the first couple corners in a nice little aerial view, and then we'll go on track with the TV cams. If that's okay with you, Ethan. Especially, this is going to be the interesting part. I want to see what's happening into this corner here. The second corner.
First corner.
No, the first corner is just a quick right-hander.
Oh, that'll be, well, you say that won't be much carnage, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. So, this is the track view, TV cam. Is it just a warm-up lap? Yeah, it's a warm-up lap, then we'll do a start and another formation lap. That's how the race is supposed to be happening, so... Literally Aaron and Aaron and Rowan chatting to themselves the whole time.
Don't take me right answer them.
What are these guys doing?
It's not look good. Lining up on the grid. What round is this, by the way? I'm not exactly 100% sure.
Say again?
What round is this again? Is it
round 1.
What?
Round 1. This is the start of the championship. Oh, here we go. Start sequence going. Okay, so we don't have to worry about this. If I'm not mistaken, they first have to do it's one formation lap. They're gonna do this again. Another nice trip around the track, and then we're gonna go into racing, hopefully.
I mean, so we got Serenity, in pole position. Stevens in number 2.
Yeah, you're
think.
nowhere.
My prediction.
You are in the qualifying. We're in the we're in the pre-final now. Pre-final. Let me just read out the grid to you as I got it. Let me just check here quickly, and it was deleted. So that's great news. Here we go. Pre-final positions. Oh, I don't have permission to view the channel. That's not gonna help us at all, guys. Okay, so we'll just read it off here. So just open this quickly. So we've got Carmine. Hold on, there's a lot of chat. What is this pre? Yeah, it's a pre-final. There's no heats, dude. It's pre-final A, pre-final B, final B, final A. That's how we're gonna run it.
Well, that's how the top 2 should work together in this. That's the common sense way of thinking of things. Top 2 break away, get a nice gap.
Okay, so we're gonna start now, and holding. The guy in the lead will be able to set us off. And I'm assuming we're going. It seems very slow. Got a slow start, but it seems like we've got away. First corner, everything seems okay. And this is the corner where I'm gonna call it. Absolutely. There we go. As I called it, somebody goes off. And it's number 17. Let me just get that number there. Number 17 is Leon Rullet. Are they slowing down? That doesn't seem like it. So the guy that's got away best here would be. Is that Justin? No, number.
Is that Serenade or is it not?
No, Serenade is not in this race, dude.
That's
the problem if you're driving around and not focusing on the actual racing.
I know.
Number 9 is Justin at Akonis. He is currently in the lead, followed by. I just need to get the numbers right. Number 6, which would be Bryce Stevens. I called will most likely be up there on the podium spot for the first race, because he's fairly consistent, quick. But anyways, yeah, Justin seems to have a nice little gap. And my camera's not changing, there we go. Followed by Bryce. Alexander, is that Alexander Spence? He doesn't have a side pod, so that's going to cause some problems for him around the track, it should be. Yeah, okay, and then Western Workman currently in 4th. So we've got three-way battle for 1st, 2nd and 3rd. Ethan seems to be missing again, or he's just listening to me talking to myself the whole time. Any case, so we've got a 3-way battle for 2nd place at the moment. Are these guys going to work together, try and catch Justin, or they're just going to all settle down, take it as it is, and then go into the final, because that's the only race that's going to count for points. Nope, and Weston goes down the inside for 2nd place. Putting Bryce on the back foot here, and he's losing another. Where's our camera just changed randomly to no one? Interesting. In any case, there's another accident at the back. That's 4 carts driving into each other at the back here. And this is Bull Wright, if I'm not mistaken.
Missing a front bumper there.
Yeah, that's Bull Wright losing a bumper. Look at this live stream by Sean, it's beautiful. Thanks, Ryan, I appreciate that. I'll try and make it look like something. Any case. So at the back there's Carnage. Justin seems to have checked out in front, followed by Alsander, and right behind him is Waze, but he's showing up as 6th spot at the moment. Let me just check if there's a penalty handed out for him. Yeah, okay, so he's a whole bunch of penalties, so most of these guys will fall down the grid. So what you see on your right hand side, which would be the HUD or the standing sheet, it will adapt it automatically. Every time they get a 5-second penalty, it will add it to their time, and then you'll see the order start changing on your right hand side, but on track they'll be maybe in 2nd, but it shows they're on 5th or something. So just bear in mind that most of these guys will have a bunch of time penalties.
Oh, how I love time penalties.
That's why we use race mode. What's amazing is that Alsander is currently in 2nd. Alexander Spence, I think is Italian, so there's probably a whole different way of pronouncing his actual name and surname, but we'll just take it as is. I'll try and make my own names up here. Don't stress, guys. No, he's Swedish. That's what he's. I'll chat to him one day and ask him how to pronounce his name properly. And he spun out. He did?
Probably the best to do. You've just given him the commentator's curse.
Yeah.
Talk about him. Well,
Oh, I mean, I didn't say he was driving fantastic, so it wasn't the commentator's curse.
Ah, yeah. Technically, my mate said technically, if you got the name wrong, it doesn't count.
Yeah, that's a valid point. That's a very valid point,
Yeah.
actually. Anyway, so let's see what we've got. There seems to be some gaps on the track at the moment. Not really much happening, so we'll just follow the carts. So Justin
much
is
going on, does there?
Yeah, Justin seems to have checked out a little bit in the front. There's 7 laps of 13 completed. Behind him we've got Western Workman, but he shows 6 on the timing sheet, so he's got a couple penalties. Followed by Bryce Stevens, who's provisionally in second because of the time penalties ahead of him, and Ethan Lampe, if I'm not mistaken, in third. 4th on track, 3rd on the sheets. So these two guys, I think they're teammates. Let me just double check my sheet here on the side. Bryce is racing under GFC. So I think that's a new team they made. And Ethan as well. Yeah, so they're teammates. He was driving as well as an Italian. Yeah, Wayne, well done. So I'm gonna read out some commentary or comments on the stream every so often because it adds to nice little giggle. Yeah, so Ethan's sending it down the inside on Bryce. They are teammates. I'm gonna assume they're gonna just work together. Although then he wouldn't have sent it down the inside, would he? So maybe there's just a little bit of a team order there. Ethan might be quicker and Bryce would just tuck in behind him. And when I say Ethan, I'm not talking to the one on the commentator. I'm talking the actual one on the track. But my co-commentator seems to be preoccupied with the road where he's currently driving to. Ethan, are you still there, my friend? I think he is running around outside of his car. In any case, we'll follow the battle on track at the moment. It's still Ethan Lampe, Weston Workman and Bryce Stevens currently 3-way battle for second. Although Weston does have a penalty which will put him back to 6th. So, yeah, that's quite crazy. I think he might have a 10-second penalty. That is just a 5-second. Yeah, so the battle is heating up for second and third. Justin seems to have checked out in front. And behind him, I don't want to really leave this battle. This is the closest one on track at the moment. So Weston has moved up. No, he's still 6. Ethan seems to be pushing Weston quite a lot for that second place now. I don't know if he's aware of the penalties in front of him, so he might as well just stick around there. Although he is somewhat faster. Weston's defending is very defensive. It's going to create some problems on his exit. And so it does. Bryce is going on the outside, following his teammate maybe. And so he does. Weston loses 2 positions in 2 corners. Bryson and Ethan working well together. I wonder if my co-commentator is back yet. Ethan, you here?
I am here, yeah.
Ah, because I've been chatting to you, but I wasn't really getting anything back, my friend. Were you running around your car there?
Climbing on the roof of his van.
Ah, okay. For better signal, I'm gonna hope. Oh no, and we lost. Bryce Stevens spun out at the back. What happened there? I think we just missed that, unfortunately. Crazy. Bryce is out at the back. Hopefully he can come back onto the track and still end up in the top 8.
What's next? Yeah. I'll probably run anyway.
So Bryce Stevens spun out. He seems to still be in, what's it, 7th place? He might still even be in 5th according to the sheets because there are penalties there. So unfortunately, let's just check here on the comments.
Unfortunately, guys, I might have to go soon because it looks like my van might be bloody running out of fuel soon.
Are you gonna leave me alone to commentate on my own tonight?
What time is the final?
I mean, just ping me a message when you're back. If I'm still alive, I'll just drag you to call. It's not a problem. I'll just chat to myself. It's okay, man.
I'm so sorry, man. It's just I literally completely forgot my day, so I just rolled the whole this week. So my days have just gone completely.
Yeah, just some normal people will generally fill up their van, or they'll stream from home. Just so you know.
Yeah, normal people would stream from home, but at least at least I joined.
Yeah, that's, I'll give you an A for effort.
Joined an hour and a half ago.
I joined an hour and a half ago. Wow, that's a long time ago. Been in the van for a long time.
Yeah, but no worries, dude. I'll talk to myself. Don't stress. I've got a lot of people in, leaving comments here, so I'll chat to them in between all the racing. So, just on a side note, we are currently on the last lap. Seems like it. Justin is, what is that? 3.6 seconds ahead. Really far ahead. He checked out from the start. He got a position and it was just gone. So, really clean and consistent driving. He's got a couple corners left. Second place seems to be Ethan, then Alexander. In third, I just want to check that Dan. Which Dan is that? That will be number 55, I think.
Just before I go, Sean, I just want to wish all the competitors good luck. Sorry, I might not be able to get back in time for the final, but whoever wins, well done. Basically, that's all I'm going to say on my part. Sorry I couldn't be here with you fully, but obviously I'm a bit dumb in the head because I completely forgot about it, and next time
even though you were reminded,
I will be in my van next time.
Even though you were reminded like almost every hour of the day. But yeah, no worries, man. I'll see you for round 2. Enjoy the rest of your evening and safe travels back home.
Thank you, Sean.
Okay, cool. I'll end the chat with us
now. Good luck
now.
to all the other racers.
Thank you.
Alright, cheers.
Cheers, man. Okay, guys, so that will be me on my own now. So currently we just finished the session. Let me just get the results up here. No, they instantly restarted the server, which doesn't really help us when we want to talk about the results. But I had it before we ended up there. I had it as, let's go into free roam. Justin ended up in first. Ethan Lampy second, and then Alexander, let me just get his surname, Spence, third. That's how I got it. If I'm wrong, I apologize. Got a little bit preoccupied there with Ethan saying his last couple words before he had to leave. I have to give him a thanks or a shout out to him for joining the stream while he was on the road, chatting to us, watching the video while I was streaming for him. So yeah, hopefully next round he will stay at home and then we will have a proper chat with each other. So yeah, anyway, so on with the evening. Round 2, I'm gonna just see if I can get the channel up here. I don't have access to the channel to actually see the entries. Okay guys, so if you don't know, we're currently waiting on the pre-final B, waiting on everybody to join the server and for us to start going to the pre-final. Pre-final will be the same amount of laps. Pre-final B, 12 laps. It shows 13, that's because they do a standing start and then they do a formation lap and then move into a rolling start. So the standing start is just so they can use the race mode and then they'll still start the race after a formation lap and then take it from there. So yeah, excited to see the pre-final. This will have a pre-final B. This will have guys like Aaron Heathman, Alessandro. Let me just double check all the names in here quickly. Oh, there's a load of names here. I guess we'll just wait for the pop-up here. Okay, let's see the. Here we go. So pre-final B. Alessandro Sereneti, Aaron Heathman, Giulio Scrinzi. I think Giulio is Italian. I think Giulio was the guy I got mixed up with Alexander, which doesn't make sense. They don't even have the same names. Let me just check here. Giulio is Italian. Carly Atkins, Frank Mossman, Ted Bradbury, Rowan Gill, Tyler Harris, Edgar. I don't know who Edgar is. Edgar's Edgar, apparently. There's no Edgar on the list, so this might be a late entry. Just gonna accept that Edgar is Edgar. Cool. So, and then 10, Matthias, or Julia, Sam Bailey, and Chase Fernandez. Those are the entries for the pre-final B. See if we can just get the names down quickly. Change our camera to race mode. Hey Justin, welcome to the stream. Really good race, the pre-final A. Clean racing, well done dude, very consistent. As we are waiting for the guys to go into race mode. Hopefully I'll get everybody's skin sorted for the next race. Still waiting on people to join the grid. Okay, we should almost be ready. 10 seconds to go to start with the second pre-final. This will pre-final be top 8 spots goes through to the final, and then there'll be another. There'll be a B final, which is a last chance qualifier, guys to go through to the actual final, which will be score. That's the place where you'll score some points. In any case, we're currently following Alessandro Sereneti, second place of OKC season 7, and he's one of his big mates and fierce rivals and actual teammate is Aaron Heathman, who was the champion of the previous season. Let's see if Aaron's actually, I think he's starting down in 5th or 6th. So let's see if he can climb through the field and have a go at his teammate. As usual, these two guys are always going at each other on track. Who else do we have on track? I see. We don't have Corey in the entries. I think he's just focusing on the business. I think he's actually a race steward, if I'm not mistaken. That was a warm-up lap. Warm-up lap completed. Now we're gonna do a standing start, which will be lights out, and then we'll do a formation lap. So warm-up lap, standing start, race will officially start in the in-game mechanic, but we'll do a formation lap to then go into a rolling start. Crazy, but yeah, that is the way we're gonna go about it. Waiting on the lights. Seems like somebody's missing. Yeah, just got. I think we're restarting that one. Yep, restart. Somebody screwed up, unfortunately. Luckily, it's already 11:15 in my time in South Africa, So it seems like we're gonna have a long night ahead of us. Is what it is, unfortunately. But super happy to be here. Super happy to commentate on the racing tonight. So hopefully we get some good battles on track. If we get rid of all the silly technical problems. We are waiting for the lights to go out for the start of this pre-final B. 50 seconds. Once everybody's on track, it will start. There's people that got disqualified. Okay. Interesting. Once the pre-finals starts, once again, rolling start. Ethan's saying something here. Yeah, it's unfortunate. How far? Yeah, but you ended up in second, or did you get a penalty? Ethan's saying I went from 4th to 13th to 2nd, then I got a pushback for sending Carmine since he blocked me for a lap straight. Yeah. But you were having a good battle with... Who's the guy you're having a battle with that you passed? You passed him down the inside, and then Bryce also just followed straight through. Were you the reason there was an accident on the exit of the last corner? We just got a glimpse of it in the race. Weston, yeah. Yeah, he was having a good battle with Weston. Okay, so we're doing another warm-up lap. Waiting for everybody to complete this lap. We'll start. We'll join the grid again. And then lights will go out, and then only the formation will start. Ah man, that's yeah, Bryce, that's unfortunate. It wasn't like the last couple laps where that happened. Very unfortunate. Alright, let's see if we can get the start going. Hopefully this gets sorted quick, because there's 2 more races after this. Short one, and then the final, which will be hopefully amazing to watch. Okay, that's the lights out. So this means we're going into our formation lap now. Which will we might see the grid reshuffle themselves into the spots where they are meant to start. Or did we just go straight into the race? They're running quite. No, they're heating up tires. I was about to say, geez, that's racing. Or they're driving quite quickly, but maybe they're just in a rush to get this lap out of the way. So Aaron's in second. Is that the starting grid? Let's double check. So that is the starting grid. Aaron's in second. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Aaron and what happened here? Aaron and Spitz Motorsport. Hi there. Aaron and Alessandro going into the first couple corners side by side. This is going to be interesting. 2 teammates, also 2 rivals, because these are the 2 guys always contesting for the championship. So yeah, very stoked to see what's going to happen between these 2. Last couple corners. Alright, we're heading onto the back straight. Let's see if we can get a clean start this time. Everybody into the lines. Oh, there was bumping. That's going to be a false start, is it? Is it going to be a false start, or is it lights out? It seems like Alessandro got... He's looking... yeah, that's going to be a restart. Definitely, there's carnage at the back. Guys taking each other out. Either it's a restart or it's just a Battenberg. But it seems like we're going. Maybe the COCs are just like, nope, let's get going. We can't wait the whole night. Oh, your game crashed? Yeah, mine also on this track. It crashed like 4 times during the practice, just spectating. I think it's a bug. Any case. So, Aaron's currently, geez, way far at the back. Is this race going, or are we slowing down? Seems like we're going, right? Aaron's bouncing quite a lot. Yeah, I saw you got disconnected. It's very unfortunate. Any case, so we are racing at the moment. So let me just go back to the front. There we go. So we've got Alessandro in first at the moment. Second place is Atkins. That's Kali, right? Oh, the camera's just changing between cards. I think it's because once I get a lag spike, the game just changes to the next driver on track. Any case, so Alessandro... It's Alessandro, Frankie, and Julio. First, second, and third at the moment. That's Rowan Gill in fourth, currently chasing down. Aaron's already up to... Am I saying this right? He's already up to fifth? That's crazy, this man's so quick in this game. So yeah, he's currently having a battle with, but he's probably got a time penalty. Let's quickly have a look here. No, there's nothing popping up, so maybe a lap just didn't register. In any case, I'm fairly certain the COCs will sort that out. He's currently in what seems to be 6. Is that right? Yeah, battling with the guys in front, trying to make a recovery drive. Alessandro seems to have checked out in front again. Which is pretty much expected from Alessandro. When he gets a gap, he builds it pretty nicely. If he keeps it nice and clean, he should stay there. But I'd expect a closer battle going into the final if he stays rather clean. And the camera just keeps changing by itself. Any case, so we've got Alessandro in front. Second is Atkins. Mossman in third. The sheets are completely out. Fourth is Julio, then Rowan, then Aaron. Yeah, Taya, you can still make the final. If you will have to race in the B final, probably start at the back. Then top 3, just have to get top 3 spots. Not impossible. I've done this previously in a race in OKC. So you can definitely do it. There's still opportunity for you. Any case, let's see if we can follow the battle here. Mossman now moves up into second. No. Cameras, this timing sheet's completely out. He's in third still. He's battling with Giuliano, who's trying to get himself into third spot now. Aaron moved up past Rowan, and now he's trying to get into this little scuffle in front of him. And then there's carnage. Jeez, guys are taking each other out. Is that lag? Yeah, there's some serious carnage up in front. I'm gonna assume it was between Frankie and Julio bumping each other, and then Aaron got off. He got off worse there from everybody else. So that's quite unfortunate. But yeah, out in front we've got Alessandro, followed by Atkins. Atkins is Carly Atkins, right? Yeah, Carly Atkins is quite consistent. That's number 24, isn't it? Oh, he just has the wrong number registered. So it's Carly Atkins. In second place, very consistent. Actually, he seems to be catching up a little bit with Alessandro right now. And then the battle behind him is between Julio, Rowan Hill, and Frank Mossman. Yeah, so that's what's happening on the track at the moment. I think the closest battle is going to be this one at the moment. Julio goes very wide. Rowan just dives down the inside. He's like, oh, thanks for opening the doors there, I'll take that spot. And he's gone. Actually, that's the quick 2-3 kart leads that he opens up. It doesn't seem like the slipstream is going to have a big effect down the straight. Frankie's got right on the back of Julio. And he's gonna send it down the inside. He is, and they are touching again. These two guys just can't seem to stay away from each other. Julio should just maybe tuck in behind him and just try and catch up to Rowan and then see if they can battle. Also, these guys, it's worth noting that the top 8 goes through, so it's no point in fighting each other and then losing out completely. Aaron got his position back at least. He's now in 6. That would still qualify him for the final. Behind him is the number 53 of Ted Bradbury. Behind him is the number... What's that number? 90. Number 90 of Chase Fernandez. Followed by Sam Bailey. And this is a new entry, if I'm not mistaken. Matthias, I think. Yeah, Matthias. I don't have his details on the actual entry list. No, I do. Number 27, Privateer, Matthias. Okay, and we're going back to the front. Alessandro's got a huge gap still. Doesn't seem like the gap's opening up too much between Alessandro and... Then the camera just changes again. What's happening with this game? The gap's seems to be stabilized between Alessandro and Carly Atkins at the moment. So I think these two guys, they've got a huge gap between them and the guys in front of, behind them. So yeah, so it's Atkins, Rowan, Gil, Frank Mossman, and Julio. That's the top 5. Followed by Aaron Heathman, qualifies for the final. Number 53 of Ted Bradbury, and then the last spot will be taken by Chase Fernandez, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so there seems to be some interesting things happening. Okay, so the score sheet on the side seems a little bit off because Mossman and Aaron Heathman, their laps aren't counting at the moment, but I'm fairly certain the race stewards will sort that out at the end. Yeah, the timing is wrong. The previous race it worked perfectly fine. This race it seems to be off a bit. Maybe it could be ping problems between the guys. Let's just quickly have a look at what their pings are saying. No, it seems to be okay. Everybody seems to be fairly low ping. So that can't be the reason why we've got these random bouncing between laps. Guys are like missing laps. It's not picking up on the timing sheets, and they're not even getting penalties. So just a bug on the system, I would assume. In any case, the closest battle on track right now seems to be this one between Bailey and, is it Matthias behind him? Yeah, this seems to be the only battle happening right now. Alessandro is still far ahead with Atkins behind him, and then there's a very big gap between them and Rowan Gill, who's in 3rd. Just replicating his number on his car to where he wants to be on track as well. Yeah, Bailey's going very defensive, super defensive, and he's trying to hold off Matthias for... isn't this the last? This is like the last position, the grid, isn't it? Yeah, this is for the wooden spoon. That's what we've got going right now. So one of them doesn't want to be at the back. Bailey's still going very defensive. He's got a little bit dodgy there on the exit of that corner, and he's losing a lot of momentum. But it doesn't seem like Matthias is really... Oh, he touched. There you go. Now he's going to just force himself through. There's probably going to be something happening there. Like an hour delay? No, it's like 15 seconds delay, I think. Oh, from the timetable. Yeah, the timing sheet is... There's something completely wrong with it in this race. But in any case, Alessandro's finishing up the last couple of corners to take the victory in the pre-final. Oh, you're talking about the actual timing table, yeah. There should have been a guy waving a flag somewhere there. Any case, Alessandro took the victory there with Atkins in second, Rowan, Mossman, Julio, and then we have Aaron, that's number 6. 7 is Bradbury, and then the final spot, 8th position, will be taken by Chase Fernandez. And then we've got the Battle of the Wooden Spoon at the back here, but one of them, Matthias forced himself through, so he got that position, and then Sam Bailey finishing up the grid for us tonight. That's the pre-final B done. So now we will have the final, B final, which will have the last 3 spots available. Hopefully we go straight into that. Just wanna quickly check, Taylor, good luck with your race. You got disconnected from this pre-final, so hopefully you make some good headway in the B final to earn yourself a spot into the final race. So good luck. While we wait for everybody, let's just change our camera to something that's not just dark. Apparently we can't. There we go. Let's just move around the track a bit. We can check what's happening on the outside of the track. Somebody spent some extra time putting random stuff around the outside of the track. Something you'll only see when you're streaming. Get in there, Thomas. Hey, Aaron. Okay, so while we wait for everybody to just give us some feedback. What's happening here? Guys are swearing at each other in Discord. Not happy with how things went in that race, I'm assuming. Safe assumption to make by the swearing at each other. While we wait for them, let's go over to the desk. There we go. Sitting in desk mode right now, just waiting for everything to happen. Aaron, you're mad because you got taken out like 50 times? Yeah, man. I thought they were gonna call a Battenberg or something. That start was quite strange. Alessandro was like still on the grid, and it seemed like you got bumped. It's unfortunate, man. But you managed to qualify. Can you tell me how the final slots are going to be laid out? Is it where you finish in your pre-final? So you'll basically be right at the back. Yeah, I'm gonna assume yes, you are gonna be right at the back. Unfortunately, yeah, I'm gonna assume that it will be where you qualify or where you end in your final, right? Or your pre-final. So pre-final A and B. You can't hear whoever I'm talking to. I'm talking to myself. Ethan Ling unfortunately had to. He was driving the whole time while commentating, so he ran out of fuel. So he went to go fill up the car and then go back home. So yeah, I'm talking to myself, man. And my game crashed again. That's fantastic. Luckily we are on the desk. Let's just get this thing. I don't understand why this game just crashes so randomly. Okay, so while we get for the game to just sort itself out again, let's quickly load back in here. Oh, so when he restarts the server, my game just closes. That's interesting. In any case, So the B final grid, guys. We have Leon, Chase, Bill Wright, Matthias, Luke, Sam Bailey, and Dylan Mulem. Is that right? That's what I've got here. And that doesn't make sense. Where's Taylor? Is she not racing? Interesting why the first time never loads in. So hopefully this one goes in for us now and we can start going back into racing. Check the grids quickly. Is it a buzzer? It's hopefully good enough news. Oh, they're going pre-final start. Everybody's in there except for Taylor's in here. She's gonna race. That's great. That's good news. She's gonna get an opportunity to bring it back. Hopefully, pull back something. She missed the first race. Yeah, don't stress. I'll move over to the race mode once we go. Thanks, Bryce. You gotta admit, man. The desk mode looks pretty decent, doesn't it? In any case, so we are now going into the final, the B final. So this is 3 slots that are available for guys to make it through to the final race. That will give them the last 3 slots on the grid, unfortunately. So just check all the cameras, shortcuts are working. Cool. Helps when they restart the server, it really does. So let's just run through this grid again. Taylor made it through, so we've got Matthias, Sam Bailey, that's Leon Rollet, Dan number 7, let me just double check that's Mulem. Yeah, it's Dan Mulem. Chase Fernandez and Alessandro's nobody, and then a bunch of question marks. That's Bill Wright. Here we go. So they're gonna go into oh, we straight up going into it. So great. That's lights out. Let's see if everybody can keep it nice and clean. Let's see if we can get the front guys going on the track here. This should be fairly easy because there's a lot less people on the track this time around. So currently in first we have Dan Millum, followed by Leon Rollet. These guys are bouncing all over the track at the moment. Hopefully that's just me with my higher ping to the server. Leon's going down, he's going around the outside actually. He's going very wide. Dan's going to keep the position there. Somebody went off in the back. I think that was Bull. In any case, so it's a close battle between these two in front at the moment. Is Leon just going to stick around you? Is he going to try and get the position and just move up? It's only one place on the actual final grid that you're going to gain. Maybe just try and get past him and build a big gap so you can't get past for, or maybe lose a position, maybe lose a spot in the final. Any case, so we've got Leon. Behind Leon, we've got Matthias. Is Matthias, yeah, and Chase Fernandez. That's the guys currently. Chase and Matthias fighting for the last spot in the final. We've got a guy, number 41 is doing random stuff off the track at the moment. Any case, let's follow the battle in front. That's between Dan and Leon Rollet. Mr. Rollet, is he going to get that position? He seems like he's trying to send it down corners. Maybe he should just sit behind him, build a nice little slipstream around the start-finish straight, and then go into the second corner, which is probably his best opportunity around this track after a very long straight to build up nice momentum. And is he going to send it down the inside? No, that's very defensive driving by Dan. There's too many Daniels in this league, by the way. Oh, that's... What happened there? Interesting. There we go. So whenever somebody's got a little bit of a lag spike, the camera just instantly goes off of him. It's a bit annoying because you have to go through the whole effort to get back to him. But in any case, we're back with them. This is the only battle on track at the moment. Behind him is Matthias. Seems like he's done enough to keep the position now. Chase has fallen off a bit, so that doesn't seem like he's gonna be able to get the final spot for the final race. And somebody at the back went off there. That would be number 80. Number 80 is Taylor. Taylor went off at the back, unfortunately. In any case, let's see. Leon's going for it again. Leon's right on top of Daniel now. He's going off the track to get a little bit of better position. He's got the position now. He went down the inside. He's going onto the defensive immediately. Is Dan going to just go back at him? Or is it just going to sit behind him and accept the defeat there and still get a position in the final? It does seem like he's not able to immediately attack. Or come back right back at him. So it does seem like Leon's done enough to get past him and keep the position. He's building up a small little gap. But we're going onto the back straight, or the start-finish straight now, so he's going to have a slipstream down the straight. But a long slipstream actually. First corner is flat out. And they're going into a long right-hander. It does seem like he's building a gap, so he's got that covered. And it doesn't seem like there's any battles on track. So let's just go to the order. It's Mr. Rullet going in first at the moment after completing a pass on Daniel, who's in second. Then we've got Matthias in third in the final spot for the final race. Chase Fernandez still chasing. He's got 4 more laps to maybe get something. Can he live up to his name and chase down the guy in front of him and get the final spot? Maybe, maybe not. Depends on if there's going to be any mistakes in front of him. Don't expect it to be though. Behind him is Taylor. That's Taylor Harris. I think she made a mistake earlier, so she's just trying to claw back into it, but that's might be a little bit too much to do. And behind her, going completely wrong way into at the exit of the last corner, is Bull Wright, and then Sam Bailey, if I'm not mistaken, is just chilling there. Not really, I don't understand why, but in any case. So out in front, Rella is still doing his thing. Dan is actually just sitting behind him. Maybe he's just accepted that he doesn't need to be first. If second place is enough to get into the finals, so that's probably what's happening right now. Or maybe he's pushing, but it does seem like Leon's got a little bit more pace on Dan at the moment. So yeah, super stoked for the final race. It's going to be right after this. Aaron's got a lot to do. Aaron. He's got a lot to do to catch up to Alessandro, who's most likely going to start in front. So yeah. Depends what this would be. P7 to P3. What's that from Matthias? Was that in your race? So we've got 2 more laps to go. Just 2 and a little bit more laps to go. Leon's Dan's a little bit wonky there on the exit of the corner. It seems like Leon's checking out in front at the moment, so is that the starting grid of the final? Crazy. Justin in first, Alessandro second, Ethan, Carly, Spence, Rowan, Oscar, Julio, Bryce and Aaron next to each other. That's going to be interesting. Carmine, Ted, Western, and then this would be Leon, Matthias. Oh, Dan's out? What happened to Dan? Did Dan just lose his second position? It seems like he's out. So that's unfortunate. Dan's out. Final lap. We started with the final lap right now. Yeah, that's the final lap. And Dan just disconnected. So that moves Mateus up to second. And then Chase in third. So just for sticking it on the black stuff the whole time, keeping it almost fairly consistent, he's going to get a third place. A little bit of luck going his way then. That means he can race in the final race, which is going to be interesting. Starting at the back of the grid so you can see all the crappy things happening in front, unless he's going to be very excited and try and stick it on the inside of a couple of guys and do the first couple corners. Maybe do a Scott speed, cut down the whole track and then just go into first. And hope nobody sees the cutting over the grass. Taking a couple people out maybe even. In any case, so Leon finished up in first. Yeah, Leon's first. We've got Mateus second and Chase that got handed a third spot there and a final place in the final race. And we are now done. So Taylor ended up in fourth. And then, yeah, that was it. 4 drivers. So she's the only one missing out on a spot, unfortunately. But it is what it is. Super keen to see what happens in this final race now. Very interesting grid. Very talented grid, actually. Some newcomers, I think, in the KRP competitive scene. So yeah, let's see what the guys can put on for us in the final race. And then I'm assuming they restarted the server, and then that would make the game crash, apparently. So just reopen it again. Sorry guys, we're just waiting on everything to happen or to load up again here. Okay, so while we wait for this, spectate mode. The final race is gonna be, double check it, 18 laps. It's gonna be a long race. Hopefully we see some really good racing between everybody on this race, so I believe we will. So just waiting on everything to sync back in. KRP just classic, being KRP right now. Just waiting on my game to load up, guys. Unfortunately, every time they restart the server, it just closes the game, which is very strange, but it is what it is, unfortunately. So let's see if we can get in. Game is fooling around with me right now. Hopefully I get to load in quick enough, because it's going to be pretty crap if I can't broadcast the final race. Yeah, unfortunately, Dan seemed to have disconnected, so it kind of handed a spot to somebody in front, behind him. Quickly get into the server, please. Server, open up, load. Yeah. Yeah, so unfortunately. And the game's not loading at all. There we go, I got in. So I made it, guys. Made it. So let's get going. So let's take a rundown through the positions here quickly again. Or the starting grid. Open it up. Okay, so Justin starting up in first, Alessandro, Ethan, Carly, Spets, Rowan, Oscar, Julio, Bryce, Aaron, Carmine, Ted, Bradbury, Weston, Leon, Mateus, and Chase. That is a 16-man grid, which is going to be super interesting. I hope they keep it nice and clean. Excuse me. Nice and clean into the first couple corners. Everybody settles up behind each other, and then let's see if we can get some good racing going tonight for the final race. This one will be for points. Okay, Taylor. Unlucky for you tonight. See you in the next round then. Okay, so we're going into the pre-final, or the final pre-start procedure now. So it will be, I think there's a warm-up lap unless they removed it. Hope they did. Save us a minute or two. I believe we are still in our desk mode. Let's go into this live scene. Doesn't make a difference, just removes the desk. Almost makes it look cool, right? There we go. We are now in desk mode. I think we've got a warm-up lap. Let's see what's happening. Nice full grid though. This is going to be interesting. We might see a pretty big lag spike. Or a frame drop actually. And as we are waiting for everybody to join the track, there's probably a bunch of guys getting disconnects. Jump start, disqualify. That's unfortunate. Now we are waiting to go into the race. The restart the session. Well, that might mean there's a car missing, so that means that Weston got disqualified. I don't think they're going to restart it, so... Starting sequence happening right, there's a bunch of disconnects. I'm sorry, they restarted it again. Got excited for nothing there, unfortunately, guys. And while we wait, just like to give a shout out to the official sponsor of OKC Season 8, which would be VPG Sim Lab. A young Italian-born group that manufactures sim rig optionals and accessories. This would be custom steering wheels and simulated dashes. Whatever you need for your sim rig, they can create it. Shout out to those guys for hooking up with OKC Season 8. I think this is the first sponsor for OKC. And then we have the partnership of SKM, the SIM card modders. They sort the guys out with card mods and the tracks for the game. And then Against the Odds Sports for doing the video production, as you guys are watching at the moment. That will be it. And then, yeah, let's see if we can get into the racing. Right, we will see a formation lap happening right now. The guys will go off track. They will move around for positions or just take each other out in the formation lap, which is quite strange. Happens though. Okay, so everybody will start moving around on track to get their positions where they're supposed to be starting. Alessandro and Ethan will be the guys up in front. So Daniel Atkins, Carly Atkins is number 24. He's registered as 25, but he's got number 24. Guys are taking each other out on the formation lap, which is crazy. Yeah, I can imagine there's a lot of swearing happening in the discords right now. Not quite sure I understand what's happening. Jeez, crazy. Anyways, I zoned out for a moment. Just couldn't understand why everybody is driving into each other. I don't think they're understanding where they're supposed to be starting the race. And we're not lights out. They're probably gonna restart the server. I can't see us racing like this. Doesn't make sense at all. Okay, and we'll do another restart. It's a problem if you run 16 carts on grid, and it doesn't seem like everybody's understanding exactly the starting position where they should be. So just to recap quickly, the restart starting positions will be Justin Adekonis, Alessandro Serenetti second, Ethan Lampe third, Carly Atkins. Spence is it Alexander Spence? Fifth, Rowan Gill. 6, Oscar. I get the Oscar Peterson in 7th. Julio Scrinzi. 8, Bryce Stevens. 9, Aaron Heathman in 10. Carmine's surname is Carmine Baruso, if I'm not mistaken. Caruso, not Baruso, Caruso. Ted Bradbury. 12, Weston Workman, Leon Rollet, Matthias, and Chase Fernandez. That is the 16 grid slots we've got for the final. It's a very big grid, very packed. Let's see if we can get everybody going into the final race, which will be the only race that scores points tonight. So we are waiting on the grid for the lights to go out and the guys can start the formation lap. Just double check that this is what's happening right now. Yes, it is. So we are just waiting for the time to run out. That would mean that somebody needs to get on the grid. I think we're missing one person. Double check what's happening on this grid right now. Yeah, there's one cart missing, as you can see. So that one missing cart will cause us to have to wait 20 seconds. Unless he got disqualified. No, that's not Leon Rollett's position, is it? Could be. give it a second. 7 more seconds. Probably somebody that got disqualified, so that slot will stay open. That's probably where the confusion started when we finished up the rolling start or wanted to get the race going. Alright, and now we are starting with the formation lap. Somebody's got away very slow. I guess it's fine, they kind of just need to get their grid slots going. So the problem is everybody's trying to warm up tires, and they kind of just first just swap into their positions and then start warming up tires. Because now some guys are warming up tires, some guys are trying to get their positions where they should be starting, and then they go completely goes apeshit from there, unfortunately. Alessandro is slowing down now, arms up, trying to get everybody to get into their slots. So Justin is going to be the leader of this race. He's going to start everything for us. And we're going into the last couple corners. Everybody seems to be behaving a little bit better. There's one guy getting into his slot there. That would be Rowan Gill. Everybody seems to they've gotten into their grid slots now. So let's go into the corridors, see if we can get this race going. So Justin is the guy that's going to lead us, that's going to start this race for us. Let's see if we can get it going. Come on guys, keep it clean. And we're off, but it seems like, oh, there was a lag spike. Justin got a huge jump on everybody else. That's pretty interesting. He got a very big jump. And what do we have going at the back? Everybody seems to be keeping it rather clean. There doesn't seem to be anything happening behind him. Still clean. Great stuff, great start. Oh, unfortunately, as I call it out, then guys are going off. Aaron Heathman's, and then now people are going into each other. That's going to probably be a Battenberg, if I'm not mistaken. That's what they call it. The whole grid will be slowed down. Are they going to get slowed down though? Aaron actually scored quite a lot. He's quite up there already. So yeah, that's great. Great news. Alessandro's got a battle with who's behind him at this Spence, and he's just holding up his arm, showing him, listen buddy, tuck in behind me. We need to catch Justin up in front. He's so far ahead. Spence is having none of it. He's gonna try and battle Alessandro all the way. He wants that second spot right now. He doesn't want to wait for anybody, and he's gonna send it down the inside. Alessandro's not defending it really that crazy. Oh, they touched. He's off. Alessandro's off at the back. Unfortunately, Ethan Lamp is going to try and take his position. He's now going to send it down the inside. These guys are going to touch again. They are definitely touching. Aaron Heathman is coming around the outside. Is he keeping it nice and clean on the outside? He's got the position. He's been scoring. He scored actually quite a lot. He started off quite far back on the grid. I think around 10th position, and he's up into 3rd already. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. He's up into 3rd from almost at the back of the grid. And he's on top of Ethan Lampe right now. He's going to send it down the inside into the second corner. He's definitely going to do it. And he's got the position taken. He's up into 2nd now. I don't think anybody's going to catch Justin Nanakonis in front at all. But we'll see how the battles develop behind Aaron and Ethan. It's going to be a 3-way battle for 2nd and 3rd. It's just a matter of who's going to end up there. Let's see if we can follow the guys behind. That is Ted Bradbury. Where did he start actually? Let me just double check my grid orders. Bradbury started at 12th and he's up into 5th by just keeping it nice and clean. That's very good. Well done. That was actually a pretty decent start, other than the, I think, couple laps or couple corners into the race where somebody lost it. Then it was just a pile up. Crazy. But any case. So let's see what's happening up in front again. Aaron and Ethan Lampe is still going at it. Is Ethan going to send it down the inside? Is he going to just tuck in behind him and see if they can close the gap? Justin seems to be so far ahead right now. It's almost impossible. It seems like somebody bumped Justin in the start of the race and he just got such a good start. In any case, so yeah, it's a battle for 2nd and 3rd right now more than anything else. Hopefully these guys just tuck in behind each other and try and catch up to Justin, which seems to be unlikely at the moment. So let's follow the guys behind him. Spence is just tucked behind Lampy. We've got Bradbury, and then we have. This is the battle between Carly and the number 6 of Bryce Stevens. I think Bryce also lost out quite a lot in the start. Any case, so let's see what we've got behind. No, Bryce is going to send it down the inside. No, is he going to? Atkins is riding that curb quite nice. He's tucked in on that corner defensively, and he's held onto that position for another lap. And here's Alessandro down in 7th. According to the timing sheets, I just need to be sure that I am. He's actually in 7th. Does seem like it. He's got a big recovery drive to do at the moment. We've done 6 of the 19 laps, or 5 or 18 actually, because there's 1 lap that I do for the rolling start. But yeah, Alessandro's got a big task ahead of him to catch up. We've got Rowan Gill in 8th. Some position somewhere got skipped. Any case, Rowan Gill. Then we've got the number, is it 62 of Oscar Peterson, and that is Carmine Chase. We've got a guy into the barriers at the moment. Okay, and we're back in front, so there's a bunch of other people are lagging and we're not picking them up. But in any case, let's go back to the front. The gap seems to be 3.4 seconds between Aaron and Justin and Dakota. Justin has checked out. It does seem like he's got this cleaned up at the moment, but Aaron's built up a gap between him and Ethan and Spence, so that's kind of putting him in a good position if he can get away from them and now just focus on the guy ahead, which is, the race isn't over yet. He's definitely catching. It seems like he's catching. Let's check the timing sheet. No, he lost a 10th on that lap, so Justin is in a very good position to take the first round, first points for the season of Season 8 in the OKC League. And we will follow the guys behind. The battle is brewing between Ethan Lampy and Alexander Spence. Spitz. Well, I keep putting an N in his surname with that isn't there. Spitz. Is it Spitz? Spitz. I'll ask Alexander. I'll chat to you in the coming weeks so you can give me your surname, how I pronounce it properly. I'll try and do that with everybody just to make sure that I don't butcher your surnames. It's actually, guys, it's my turn as a South African to butcher other people's surnames, because whenever I play any game, my surname is always butchered, so I'll just call this sweet payback for everybody else. In any case, so it does seem like Ethan is a little bit, he's under threat at the moment for that 3rd position. He's going to go around the outside as Alexander. No, he's not going to get by there. So anyways, he's going to tuck in. Bradbury's up into 4th. It's up into 4th. That is pretty interesting. Did we lose somebody? Yeah, Alessandro. We lost Alessandro from that race, that grid. Okay, Alessandro is up into 5th now. His recovery drive is pretty interesting. It's pretty clean. Because we lost. Right? Is it? Bryce Stevens is behind Alessandro, right? I'm seeing that correct. So let's just count the names on the grid here. It's 1, 2. So Justin is 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Yeah, so that's right. The slots on the timing sheet is correct at the moment. Alessandro is already up into 5th, with Bryce Stevens right behind him. I think Bryce has got a bunch of time penalties. There's a bunch of retirements, and just check the time penalties, guys, quickly. Yeah, Bryce has got a time penalty, and that's probably why he's falling back on the timing sheets, even though he's currently in 6th on the grid, or on the track. Okay, so we'll find out the actual score sheets at the end of the race, but let's follow the racing. Currently, I just want to see if we've got some good battles on track. Oh, Ted went off. He lost the front bumper. He lost everything. Oh, he's going to cause problems on track. Alessandro lost out heavily there, momentum wise. Oh, but Ethan Lampy even lost the position. What's happening? Alessandro's up into 4th. Ethan lost the position there. He's tucked in behind. Is that Ethan? It is Ethan. Tucked in behind Alessandro. So that means he made a mistake somewhere. And Alessandro is up into 4th after a big problem in the beginning of the race. He fell back, in fact, fell back almost to the back of the grid, and he just scored straight up again. So that's great stuff to see. That's a good recovery drive, good points from Alessandro at the moment, and he's still a podium up for grabs. The guy in front of him is literally just in front. He will be in the slipstream soon, so yeah, that's unfortunate. Alessandro lost out a lot in the beginning, but he's certainly putting up a good show for us at least. Ethan tucked in behind him, and then we've got Bryce Stevens trying to catch up to this group, work with his teammate perhaps, and see if they can get past these guys. Doesn't seem like he's got the pace right now, unfortunately. Rowan Gill is on his own, followed by Ted Bradbury, who lost out he's lost the front wing. Didn't only lose a lot of positions, but he lost the front wing as well, and he's not gonna go nose cone if you want to call, if that's the correct term. I don't know why I'm calling it front wing. Nose cone is off, and he's fighting with the number 62 of Oscar Peterson, but it's saying Swede. Yeah, that's a bit strange, but in any case, so yeah, Bradbury lost out a lot. See if we can get another battle on track. Yeah, Justin is checked out, so he's 5 seconds ahead of Aaron Heathman, who's got a couple seconds on the battle behind him. Our guys are taking out each other again, and it seems like the big loser there is Alexander, and Alessandro gained a position. There might be a little review at the end, because it does seem like these guys touched. Maybe it was just a racing incident, and it is what it is. But Alessandro is on the podium at the moment. He made a big recovery drive up into third, and I would expect him to stay there unless Ethan Lampy's got something to say about this. He also might want to just tuck in behind him and send it down the inside on the second corner rather. He's going to go down the outside. He's hoping that Alessandro might run a little bit wide, but Alessandro's got a nice defensive line around that second corner. And it seems to be like this is where it's going to sit for the battle's going to be setting for the next couple laps. The final podium spot. Is Ethan Lampy going to send it down the inside? No, he's sitting behind him at the moment. Alessandro is putting that cart and all the correct lines into the entry and exit of the corners, and the mid corner momentum. He keeps the momentum in the corners, which is very important with the carts, because if your exit's crap, that's tickets for you. And the slip seems quite effective on this track. It seems like Ethan's tucking in behind him, and Alessandro's gonna, I'd expect him to just ride around that curve on the inside of the corner, and it does that. Ethan's still sitting here. Is he gonna send it down the inside? Oh, these carts are bouncing. He's gonna send it on the inside. He's definitely gonna do it. Alessandro's gonna stay on the inside. Yes, he keeps the position. Very clever, smart driving from Alessandro. Mr. Serenity, the wise old head on that young shoulders that he has. He's a really good driver in the real life as well. I've seen him race, and he's starting to celebrate a little bit prematurely there. Maybe that was the wrong button, because it ain't over until the checkered flag pops up in front of them. So he's got 2-3 more laps to go. Ethan Lampy is right on top of him. Don't want to miss this, guys. It's the last couple laps, and it's all heating up for the final spot on the grid, on the podium, and to win an absolute fantastic chance to have an interview with me, so I can ask them how stressful that was. Just kidding, guys. It's not that great having an interview. In any case, so yeah, so we've got a couple more laps to go. A couple more corners, then we're going on to the final laps, and it seems like Justin lapped number 90 of, who's number 90? Chase. Justin is so quick on the track, he's actually lapping people. That's amazing. Chase might be a little bit inconsistent and just losing focus a bit on the track. Luckily Justin managed to work his way through the traffic without being stopped or losing too much time. The battle, there's a battle brewing behind him as well, between That's Bryce. That's Bryce, right? Bryce Stevens and Alexander Spitz. Also seems like something's happening here. They've got 2 more laps to catch up to the guys in front of them. And it's a 4-way battle for the final podium spot. But it doesn't seem like they will make it. So we still have the big battle between Alessandro and Ethan Lampy. Although, according to the timing sheets, he is quite far behind. Excuse me, guys. Yo. And he's setting it down the inside. He's definitely going to go there. He's going to tuck it down on the curve. He's going to try and play defensive now. Keep a nice tight line. Yeah, he made that. He made that that pass stick now. But now, oh, Alessandro's got a little bit wide. He would have lost a lot of momentum there. He's got 2 more laps to do this. But Ethan seems to have built a nice little gap. He's got a little bit of breathing space right now. Although we've got the start-finish straight coming up, and that's the place where most of the guys just gain a lot of momentum. And they've got a back marker coming up in front. This is going to be a problem. Will it though? Will he tuck out of the way? Ooh, he's lifting his hand. Yeah, he's staying out of the way. That's great. That's great driving there from Chase. Well done, Chase. That's nice awareness. And Alessandro's got 1 more lap. It seems like this is the final lap of the race. And he's sending it down the inside hard. And Ethan's wise to that move there, and he just tucks it back straight back into the second, taking back the final podium spot. Oh, this is going to be a race to the finish line. Guys, unfortunately, I'm not going to move to Justin. I want to see what's happening here. Justin is going to finish the race in first with Aaron in second. And this is the final podium spot battle. This is Alessandro's got the position at the moment. There's going to be 2, 3. Oh no, they touched. Oh, that's a big moment between the 2 of them. What's happening? Oh, that's unfortunate. That's going to be reviewed. That's definitely going to be reviewed. Unfortunately, they touched again. And it seems like Rowan Gill moved up there. Any case, guys, that was a pretty interesting ending to the race. Justin took the victory there. We unfortunately didn't follow him for most of the race because he was so far ahead, 5.4 seconds ahead of Aaron, who made probably one of the best recovery drives. He started up in 10th, ended up in 2nd, but just keeping it nice and clean. And then the final spot goes to Alessandro Serenetti, but I suspect that might be reviewed. So we'll just stay tuned for a couple seconds just to find out what's happening there. And then we're going to go into the interviews. That's very unfortunate. It was going to be a photo finish ending, and it just seemed like the 2 guys got a little bit over eager, then they touched right at the end. Just quickly reading. Guys are just fighting in Discord at the moment, so just quickly catching up with my reading here. Yeah, guys, so that was the final race. We're just waiting on our guys for the quick interviews, just to find out who got what position. Following the Discord chats here again. Seems like the guys are having a go at each other quite a lot here. Emotions are all over the place at the moment. But yeah, that was the final race. There's no debating on who got first and second. Definitely Justin winning the race by 5.4 seconds. And Aaron Heathman in 2nd place. And 3rd place over the line was Alessandro, who got 3rd. We'll find out shortly, guys. So let's just quickly wait. Yes, there are interviews. So we've got Justin just waiting on the grid for us. Justin is racing for MDR. That's the skin he's using. So guys, we're just currently waiting on the final results for the guys to join us in the quick interview. So, and then we will head off. Okay, it seems like there's a lot of disputing happening right now. The guys are fighting over who was supposed to end where. There's no denying that Justin was the guy ending up in first. Aaron in second, we're just waiting on the third position right now. Okay guys, and while we're waiting for everybody, let's just take another opportunity to thank the sponsor SimLab VPG, or VPG SimLab, for sponsoring the OKC Season 8, hooking up the guys with some nice discounts on the custom wheels and dashes and accessories for the sim rigs, and then the trophies for the actual race. Yeah, for the league, the ending of the league. They're just sorting out the final results again. And then also I would like to thank a big thanks to OKC for partnering up with SKM SIM card modding, hooking us up with tracks and kart mods, and then Against the Odds Sports for doing the video production. Just waiting on the guys for the final results. Like I said, these guys they seem to be having some serious disputes on track incidents. As with most racing things, I think there's only the two guys that are doing the race stewards. Hey, here we go.
Oh, hello.
Hi. Okay, Al, I'm assuming you ended up in third.
Yeah, in the end.
Okay, so Al, let's start with you, seeing that you got the final spot. You and Justin had the prime starting position, but it went kind of pear-shaped for you in the early stages of the race. Talk us through it.
Yeah, so the start wasn't so bad. Justin managed to get a little bit of a gap on me in the first few corners. I think I definitely had the pace to stay up with him, but unfortunately, it just wasn't meant to be that way. I got swamped by the pack, and eventually that spin made me drop back to like 6th or 7th.
Yeah, I was there,
yeah. I managed to set a few good laps and make my way back up, so I can't be too disappointed. But you know, I think a win was definitely on the cards today. But yeah, it just wasn't meant to be.
How stressful was the last couple laps with Ethan? Because you guys were basically it was like you guys were sitting in the same cart, just sitting on top of each other the whole time. And then the second part of the question is what happened into the last couple corners? You both just really wanted that final slot, and then you touched.
Yeah, like you said, like I mean, Ethan. I knew Ethan was a tiny bit quicker in that race, so I knew he was gonna come back at me in the last few laps. I didn't try and defend because I didn't really know when he was gonna go for the move. Then he eventually went for the move. I decided to take any chances I had. So on the last lap, he left the door open at turn 3. I managed to get in. He managed to get me on the cutback. Happened the same at the hairpin. We're side by side until the last 3 corners. And yeah, it's just a racing incident. Just what happens when two carts battle, and eventually clashed. But nothing malicious from either of us really.
Yeah.
Just some really good racing, and yeah.
Cool, and well done on the excuse me, on the recovery drive. It was very well done. Even though you were in front, but you lost you lost it, and then you came back. So yeah, well done on that third place. Excuse me, on the ending there. So moving over to Aaron, Aaron, dude, you started in 10th. It was half a lap. You were like 4th or something.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, it seemed like everything was happening in front of you. You were just keeping it nice and clean. So just talk us through the first couple laps of your race, because it got quite boring near the end when you were just sitting second.
Yeah, so the first couple laps were definitely chaos. Like, everyone decided, I'm a wreck here, and it was just all about trying to choose the spot where I wanted to send it through. I just got really lucky with where I was, and where everyone decided to go after getting an incidents. And then Spets and Ethan had a little battle going on in front of me, which really helped me get up to them. And Ethan sent a mad dive on Alex, and I just tried to capitalize best that I could on it.
Yeah, it seemed like in the previous race, the pre-final, you weren't as lucky with those moments, but it seemed like in the final you managed to pull the battles in front of you where the guys touch you managed to pull through. And I think in the pre-final it didn't work out for you. You got clipped in one of those situations, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I think luck was definitely a little bit more on your side. Maybe it was because of you being a little bit more cautious. So yeah, well done on that, keeping it nice and clean, and then ending up from 10th to 2nd. So that's a great start to the season, I'd say.
Thank you. The only thing that makes me mad is I wish my cart turned on, before the last 2 laps. I ran my fastest 2 in the last 2, and that's when my cart decided to turn on, I guess.
Yeah, unfortunate. Well done. Let's move over to Justin.
All right,
Justin,
you.
before we continue with the interview, just how do I pronounce your surname?
Alicanis.
I guess I'm kind of saying it right. So, okay. So Justin, you managed to start in front. You managed to keep it in front the whole race. So yeah, I don't think the closest thing you had to a battle was when you lapped someone.
Yeah, I had the track position all race. It was kind of just like everyone just kind of crashed behind me, like Aaron and Al. This was my main competition was them.
Yeah.
And once they crashed, it kind of just like I just drove by myself doing laps.
Yeah, and it seemed like you kept the gap nice and big in front. I think it was 5.4 seconds at the end, and it was kind of, I think it went from 3 to 5 seconds, and it just stuck around there. So yeah, you kind of had a boring race, and we didn't even finish the race on following you because everything was happening behind you, and you were kind of just doing your own thing. It almost seemed like you were just doing practice laps.
Yeah, I just got like the start. I just got a massive bump from behind, which gave me a decent gap, and then I was able to like pull away from everyone after they started battling.
Yeah, yeah, I noticed. I was like, was that lag? But yeah, it seemed like somebody was bumping you crazy from behind, and you just got like it was like almost like a 10-meter jump start, if I can call it that, and then you were gone.
Yeah,
I
wasn't expecting it because I had already accelerated. Like I was already going full throttle after the start finish line, and I just get a massive bump. I got like a 1 second gap already going into turn 1.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So from my side, congratulations. Nice clean drive from you. Very consistent. No problems. And yeah, good luck with the rest of the season. Hope to see
All right.
you up on the podium for many more races to come.
Yep. Thank you, Sean.
Okay, cool. Yeah, have a good evening. Enjoy it.
You too.
Cheers. Okay, guys, that is it for the round one of OKC. Let's see if we can get Alessandro to give us some closing words. Any case, while I wait for him to just come finish off the stream for us, excuse me, it is his league in any case. So, yeah, thanks once again, guys, for watching the stream, for following the races. These guys really put in a lot of hours into the racing, and Alessandro just joined us. Al, do you want to finish off the stream for us, seeing that this is your league?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, tonight's racing was ecstatic, to say the least. It's been a fairly solid night's racing. We've had a few difficulties at the start to get the pre-final sorted out, as we had many newcomers to the league and they didn't quite know how everything worked. But yeah, I think it was a good day, a good night. And I am looking forward to the next race, which is at Portimao in a few weeks. So thanks for all of you for watching, and fingers crossed we'll have similar, if not better, racing in the next weeks.
Yeah, I think the racing will definitely improve because most of the guys will then at least know what's happening, and maybe they would have practiced one or two starts. And yeah, it was great commentating on the race. Unfortunately, I ended up doing it on my own for most of the evening, but I still had some great fun. Hopefully, Ethan won't decide to drive around in his van when he needs to commentate. And yeah, guys, thank you very much. Once again, thanks to VPG SimLab for the sponsorship for the OKC Season 8, and SKM and Against the Odds Sports for doing the partnership. We will see you guys in 3 weeks' time.
Thank you.